the interim position for the Board of Supervisors from Locust Grove. Mr. Coleman.
Yes.
Mr. Booth.
Yes.
Ms. Cookenbook.
I would like to go on record that although extremely qualified, I am voting no.
Okay. Ms. Cookenbook and Mr. Turner.
Yes. I guess these are new board members.
By a vote of 3-1, Mr. Chair, Mr. Levi Cox has been selected by the board to fill the interim seat for Locust Grove, left with the departure of Warren Yu.
Okay. Could you check with Mr. Durbin and see how soon that he can be sworn in so we can get him on the board? Because we will have some actions coming up that we will need really 5 members.
Okay.
And also, and I think I mentioned before, but you weren't here, make sure that Mr. Cox and our newest member has at least the last month's board package.
Yes, we've
with
been
the information,
these, but
minus some of the closed session stuff, of course, but
yeah.
it has to be. But I just think that would be good. And that'll include minutes from the November meetings, so both.
Okay. Yes, I believe. Yeah.
I have the last 2 meetings.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I just wanted to make sure.
Thank you. We will since you have them, we'll make sure that Mr. Cox gets them as well. Yeah. And we'll double check with Mr. Durbin. I have some thoughts, but I will confirm them before I share them. I think we can probably go ahead and get sworn in. It's just when they would actually take the position. You can swear in sooner than they actually become effective. So I'll get a final note from Mr. Durbin to y'all tomorrow.
And I think you had one more thing.
I think did y'all have
Yeah,
some
you have
stuff
one
that
more
was added? I'll say mine the last.
Oh, okay.
Yes, Mr. Chair, I do have one more thing that we needed to add that has come to our attention, since you all were here last, I believe, which is that we need you to take up an ordinance prohibiting open burning on public property and prohibiting open burning on private property during declared drought emergencies or other emergencies creating heightened fire risk. And I guess I probably should read through the whole thing for you all, and then we'll make it available. Whereas, pursuant to 15.2-922.1 of the Code of Virginia, 1950, as amended, the County of Floyd is empowered to regulate or prohibit the making of fires in streets, alleys, and other public places, and when a declared emergency exists, pursuant to 44-146.21 of the Code, regulate the making of fires on private property, and whereas the entire territory of the County of Floyd has recently experienced and continues to experience abnormally dry and or moderate drought conditions which create a high risk of wildfires, and whereas in order to protect the public health, safety, and welfare of the people and businesses of the County of Floyd, the Board of Supervisors of Floyd County has determined that it is necessary to adopt the following emergency ordinance. Now therefore be it ordained by the Board of Supervisors of Floyd County, Virginia, that it shall be unlawful for any person to light or maintain any fire in the open air on any land, public or private, located within the County of Floyd during an emergency declared in accordance with 44-146.21 of the Code of Virginia. This prohibition shall include the burning of any wood, brush, logs, leaves, grass, debris, or other inflammable material, but shall not be deemed to include the use of propane or natural gas outdoor grills and similar gas-fired cooking equipment, or the proper use of emergency road flares, or for the destruction of any combustible liquid or gaseous material by burning in a flare or flare stack. Violation of this ordinance shall constitute a Class 1 misdemeanor. This emergency ordinance is adopted on the 17th day of December 2021 pursuant to 15.2-140 1427F of the Code of Virginia 1950 as amended and shall be effective for a period of 60 days hereafter unless repealed, amended, or readopted in conformity with the provisions of such section. This ordinance shall be effective immediately.
There's one amendment. Could you go back to that date? Could you read the date?
December 17th.
17th, which is tomorrow.
But what did it say prior to that? I thought it said, did it say adopted?
Adopted this day,
And
this,
effective,
excuse me, the emergency ordinance is adopted the 17th day of December
Well, so you need
2021.
to change that to the 16th
16th.
because today's the 16th. And it'll take effect the 17th
effective immediately,
or immediately.
is what it
So it
says.
needs to be the 16th
Pursuant.
because today is the 16th.
May I, right?
Just a question, did this come as a recommendation from emergency service coordinator or fire chiefs or a collective of all bodies?
Me and Kevin has been talking about this for a couple of weeks, and we've been in contact with 4 fire chiefs. And so the president of the fire department last night recommended that we do.
Okay.
So we are not in a drought emergency though yet.
Well, I tell you, I got spring well water my as a wean out. It was running strong, and now it's just barely running.
Right. But I mean, the state hasn't put us in one, and we're not saying that people can't burn wood in their homes for heat, right?
Or outdoor stoves.
Or an outdoor stove, I'm
this
just
is-
making sure.
Yeah.
Open outdoor burning.
Right, open outdoor burning,
See, Carroll County declared their ban last night
right.
or yesterday.
I mean, I'm worried, we've had a couple of fires, you know, I mean, I agree, I
Yeah,
think
actually had a
July,
field fire today.
yeah, it was.
And even though we've got a little bit of rain slated for maybe tomorrow night and Saturday, it's
The
not
next-
enough to make a difference because the
And-
wind comes and
We need about 3 days of good soaking
And
rain.
right now, the forecast through the 29th is showing nothing.
I appreciate you guys having
Yeah,
a conversation.
Yeah.
I just was curious to where, how it come about, so.
I should have said something, but, you know, we've just been
We can,
calling each other.
we've been waiting to look.
No, that's your job, I was just,
Yeah.
just curious where it come from.
Okay.
So, Kim went to make copies so you all could read it before you pass it.
Can
So
I,
if you'd like
while
to
we're,
see it,
while
just have
she's
it in
doing
your hand
that,
before you vote
Yes,
on it.
you can.
the one thing I had, and this is a good reason, we just discussed it. You know, we set our organizational meeting for the morning of our regular meeting, which from the having a chairman, vice chairman standpoint, you can get by. But I'm concerned, I don't like the idea of having about 14 days there without having a director of emergency services. And I would recommend that, I don't remember how we did that. Did we do that by vote? Or was
I
that-
don't know.
Or was that consensus?
I don't know.
But to
Well,
set
we've
it
done it
for the
before.
first meeting,
Yeah.
that's been standard ever since I've been on board.
Well, I know.
Yeah.
but
Oh,
I mean, I don't know
I'm
how
sorry.
they came up with it.
I don't know if we did it by motion or by consensus.
For the emergency management or for the
No,
first day of our
for
meeting?
the reorganization
Reorganization.
part.
Oh, I think that was by consensus. That everybody, yeah, that was by consensus.
Because if by motion, then I would need to make a motion to rescind the previous action.
Right.
But if it was by consensus, then I could bring it back up.
Yeah, so both of us, Kim and I think it was by consensus. That there wasn't a formal motion.
Well, I would recommend by consensus that we do it the first business day after the New Year holiday.
Which is January 4th.
On January 3rd.
Yep.
That's on Monday.
Well, they'll be off on Monday,
Yeah, that's
Oh,
the
okay.
holiday.
right?
Yep. State
Y'all
is
will be
off
off on Monday instead of Friday, right?
New Year's is on the Saturday.
Saturday, so you'll get the Monday off, is that correct?
I don't think so.
Hold on a second.
They didn't give you the Monday off?
Well, you
Yeah,
get the
like-
2 days before.
Oh,
Yeah,
For the-
so
for the
for Christmas, we have off 23rd and 24th
I see.
because Christmas falls on a Saturday.
So it'd be the same thing for New Year then. if
They
you-
they haven't deemed that right now, all that has been, I verified downstairs and verified in another department, the day off prior to New Year's Eve is the only day off, not 2 days.
That Friday.
That's correct.
New Year's Eve is off,
New Year's Day.
and New Year's Day on
Correct.
Saturday.
Correct.
So then Monday you would be open for business.
What it appears, yes.
And that's.
January 3rd.
Now, I don't care what.
Make a suggestion, you kind of have this open
Yeah,
on
first.
the floor.
Right.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay,
Can we
okay.
maybe
We need to go
finish
back.
that, and then if we might, Mr. Booth, Mr. Chair, go back? So, thank you for allowing me to do that. So the ordinance is before you.
We haven't made a motion on this yet.
Well, I read it in, so I don't know if that makes.
It's a matter of discussion until there's a
Right.
motion.
Until there's a motion, it's just a matter of
Okay.
discussion.
But clarity.
When Ben's we're here.
Whatever.
Chairman, I would like to make a motion, if that's all right with you. I'd like to make a motion that the Floyd County Board of Supervisors put into effect an ordinance prohibiting open burning on public property and prohibiting open burning on private property during the declared drought emergencies or other emergencies creating heightened fire risk. And this is to go into effect immediately.
That includes the appropriate amendments to the dates.
That's correct, and whatever signatures have to be penned.
And amended, I guess, to, remove Mr. Yoder's name from the last page since
Oh, yeah.
he's no longer a supervisor.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, I'd love to keep you around, but
Yep.
you amend your motion.
I amend my motion to remove Mr. Yoder's name.
Based on this amendment, so I would make a second.
Alright, Chair, would you like me to call?
And
Does it have charcoal grill in there?
I think it's just open air, to be clear, uncontained. It would not include any appliances or outdoor
Right.
heating devices, strictly.
If it's an open
Brush.
fire out close to a field or anything like that, that's what it is.
Any wood, brush, logs, leaves, grass, debris, or other inflammable material. Shall not include natural gas, outdoor grills, or similar gas-fired cooking equipment.
It says similar cooking equipment.
Correct.
Yeah, it covers.
Alright, on the motion to adopt an ordinance prohibiting open burning on public property and prohibiting open burning on private property during declared drought emergencies or other emergencies creating heightened fire risk, as amended. Ms. Cookenwood,
Yes.
Mr. Coleman,
As amended, yes.
Mr. Booth,
Yes.
Mr. Turbin.
Yes.
Alright, so your ordinance has passed as amended.
Have a fire burning place.
Yep.
And now we'll take a consensus of January the 3rd at, what time? Remember said 3?
Morning is bad for her.
Yeah, morning on Mondays, or I could do all day Tuesday.
Well, what about in the later in the afternoon?
1 o'clock I could be here by. Absolutely, I could be here by 1.
Should we-
What about later?
Oh, I could do later in the afternoon too.
I think it'd be appropriate to consult a new member who's been sworn in to make sure.
Right out my mouth.
Yeah, absolutely.
Earlier in the afternoon works, but mornings are fair.
Well, we said it at 6.
6 is okay.
In the morning?
Yeah, AM.
Right.
I can do that.
6 PM.
All right.
6 p.m. Okay, so let me clarify. So we're scheduling a meeting on Tuesday?
Monday.
Monday.
Monday,
January 3rd.
January 3rd at 6 p.m.
Yeah,
And that's going to be your organizational meeting?
right. And
Okay,
that'll be the only stuff we did that day.
That's right.
Yeah. Just meet it, we'll,
Quick and easy.
election of chair and vice chair, and then the setting of meetings and, and should we also say, if that proves to be inclement weather, then
The 4th?
do it the 4th?
Yeah, the inclement weather day? Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
And you open the meeting, so, it's up to you.
Yeah, you're in charge.
Yeah, you're in charge,
You're in
that
charge. Yeah, talk to Steve about all that.
Okay, all right, so do we want to do a vote, or is that a consensus? Y'all comfortable with that as consensus?
Yes.
Okay. All right, January 3rd, 6 p.m. with the inclement weather fallback date of January 4th, also at 6 p.m.
And may notify our new board member.
Are you okay with the next day at 6?
As our inclement weather day.
Chair, if I might relate to that real quick.
Go ahead.
First of all, thank you all for all the kind words and thoughts that everyone has shared, and the other things related to the passing of my mother. I really appreciate everyone's been very, very kind, and the staff and y'all and other folks, so thank you. But on the other side of that, I have scheduled to be out of town. I've shared this with the chair. I'm planning to be out of town the 29th through, 1st, I guess. So we'll be back 1st or 2nd. So I will be reachable by phone, but I will be going to North Carolina to see my grandbaby. So the other end of life.
Yep.
So,
You need
just
a
wanna-
high point you up. That's right.
That's right.
That's right. I just want to make sure y'all knew. If there's an emergency, I'll be available, but otherwise I will not be in the building.
29th through the,
So I'll get back, we'll come back, I guess, Sunday, next Sunday.
okay, when are you leaving again?
Actually, I'm going to take off I was going to take off the 28th. That's the plan. Take off the 28th.
From the 28th through the end of the year.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Anything else?
Well,
I'll be I'm not taking any other extra time during the holiday.
I just need to ask you a question after the meeting.
This year, that's, I think, all the staff has.
Anybody else?
I'll say
You just silence.
I'll say what I have to say to you, because it's probably not going to be the last meeting of the month. We may get you back here one more time.
Yeah.
Is that like coal in my stomach in there or what?
Sorta, kinda.
You'll be back anyway. So I guess this time I get to adjourn. Take a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
Motion to second.
All right. Mr. Coleman?
Yes.